Top Top One Ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the Custom Card Review. So, or should I say custom stories. So, in this what if, or no, not in this what if, in this storyline of custom cards, this is the Space Lords archetype. So, and Space Lords custom cards are my favorite thing that I created so far. So, now, without further ado, let's start with the weakest card in the entire archetype. Not literally, but just. So, that starts a combos off. So, some cards do have combos in this. So, Space Lord Flame. He's a dark, or no, actually, he's fire, level 4, pyro, effect or no, pyro normal monster. Sorry, I can't speak. With attack point of 1,500, defense is 2,000, so pretty good. And plus, he can be searched out by the UFO turtle. And I forgot the other spell cards. So, his flavor text reads, he does not show love to other Space Lords, but he has a secret crush on Space Lord Water because she is perfect for him. Also, he knows that he is fire and she is water, so he does not care about it. And so one day he was going to ask her out on a date, but he saw Space Lord the Galaxy talking to her. And so Flame left as he was no longer talking to Galaxy for anything. But every day, or every time he thinks about water, he always gets upset about, or he gets upset at, supposed to be upset at the Galaxy for talking on water out, or basically on a date. But in reality, the Galaxy was visiting instead. What it means is basically he is jealous. So, first of all, he had no, interest for other, Space Lords earns. Because he just, I'm out. And then, but he had a secret crush on water. That's basically because this is, yeah. And when he knows that he's fire and she's water, so, yeah. And then but one day he was going to ask her out on a date, but he saw was, where is, but he saw the Galaxy, that's what it is. And, yeah, he got upset. So he was jealous that but in reality, he was just, because every time he tries to think about water, her, he gets upset at the Galaxy for the for trying to take her away from him. But in reality, he was, or but the galaxy was just visiting with the water instead of asking her out on a date. So yeah, it's a pretty deep storyline between the how Flame doesn't like that's his actual name. It's a custom character. So, and don't get it confused with the what if Zuko what became a fire elemental. So, yeah. So he's jealous of because the galaxy was trying to ask water, but then they actually the galaxy was just visiting, like, hey, how are you doing? And it's an honor meeting you, and yeah. So then, yeah. So he's just like full of rage. So, but then, so yeah. So this is kind of like a combo with like other cards that I will be discussing. So I took his like the flavor text and turned it into like cards, like Destroyer, Flame of the Space Lords, and so if you control a Space Lord Flame monster so you can select one of these following effects for once per turns. Discard one card from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Then so this card gains 400 or no, not 400, 4,000 attack and defense until the end of this turn. So that's mimics like his he doesn't care or effect, or basically the number 2 is basically you can pay 100 life points to special summon the Space Lord Water monster from your deck or hand or graveyard to your field. So it's basically mimicking like he has a secret crush on water. So third is basically if you control a Space Lord the Galaxy monster on the field, then you can tribute one. So basically tribute this one monster to your graveyard, destroy all cards on the field except Space Lord Water monster. So basically he destroys all of every other card except for her, basically. Yeah. So then there was another card, but I forgot to upload it. I think, yeah. Because it is yeah. I am trying to find that. So there's a powerful version of it called Destroyer Flame. Like, yeah. So, yeah. So then so water's effect basically is if she's normal or special summon, you can select one card from your field from your opponent's deck to be sent to the graveyard. Inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent's life points. If she's flipped, you can select one Space Lord card from your deck, except this card, to be added to your hand. Inflict 1,400 damage to your opponent. So, if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished, the like basically that's if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished zone, you can shovel this card into the deck. Draw 4 cards from the top of your deck. You take no damage involving this card. So basically, she has, like, if she's summoned in any way, basically, like, special summon, normal summoned, or flipped summon, she basically, you can gain a whole bunch of, like, things happen. So then we got, Space Lord the Galaxy. I kind of used an Arcana Force Earth monster. What I mean is basically here. Let's do Yu-Gi-Oh! Arcana Force. There's the Chariot one. This cards. So I kind of copied its effect, but I kind of changed it to if effect, and you can select instead of tossing the coin. So I kind of used it. So let's do it. So Space Lord the Galaxy is a dark level 4 machine tuner effect monster. So if this card is summoned, you can select one of these following effects. Number 1, when this card is destroyed an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon that monster to your field. 2, give control of this card to your opponent. 3, if you take damage involving this card, then you gain life points instead. So basically, what it means is, if you're in a tight area and you summon this card and you activate its third effect, so if your opponent attacks with, like, Blue-Eyed White Dragon and to try to win you a game, or try to win your... So you would end up, instead of losing, like, 2,000, you end up gaining 2,000 instead. And then, if this card is sent to the graveyard or shuffle or banished in this, so you can shuffle this card into the deck, special summon one monster from your deck, except this card, to your field in attack mode. If you do, then the special summon monster's attribute becomes dark. Because in the storyline that I made for this archetype, is that he already has a crush on another monster. So So basically, this card earns Graveyard Effect is basically like Special Summon Monster becomes Dark Monster. So, yeah. So then he actually has a secret crush on the doll girl because instead of water girl. So yeah. So let's move on to the So it basically has like the Cyber Dragon's effect basically built in. Like if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your deck or hand to your field in attack mode. Once per turn during your standby phase, quick effect, you can select one monster on your opponent's field own, and you can take control of it. You can take control of that selected monster, no matter if it's unaffected by or can't be targeted by card effects. All damage that you would have taken would be inflicted to your opponents instead. So basically, it's like it has the E-Bells part of it because of course, this is just I took Cyber Dragon's effect of basically summoning itself, and I added some E-Bell in it. So yeah, to the name to it. So, but if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished, quick effect, you can shuffle this card into the deck, add one Space Lord spell / trap card, earn from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So basically, there's two spell cards. There's the Illusion of the Space Lords. Is basically it changes your Space Lord into a Space Lord illusion on the field until the end of your next turn. If your opponent activates card effects or declares an attack while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, negate it, and then shovel it into the owner's deck. If it does, then you can draw 3 cards from the top of your deck to your hand. And you can only use this effect for once per this card, her name, for once per turn. So basically, because this card can basically change the name to Illusion, Space Illusion. So then, now we're on to the Metal World. It's a Earth level 4 Metal Flip Effect monster. So it has similar to what the water does, but this is so if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can select one card from on the field, except this card, shovel that selected card into the owner's deck. If it does, then this card gains 1,000 defense. And so it basically could have 2,000 defense points. But if this card is flipped, summoned, or flipped, basically, you can select one spell / trap card on the field, activate it in an instant. Basically, to see what it is. So basically, you select one card from your opponent. So basically, yeah. And then so this card can not be destroyed by battle or by card effects, or by your opponent's card effects. And this card cannot be tributed unless it is for a Space Lord monster. You take no damage evolving this card. So basically, team, what it means is basically you can't attack this planet because it's indestructible. So then, yeah. So then the water we already went over. Basically, if she's normal, she basically inflicts damage. And then, of course, we got the vanilla monster that he has anger issues because he's upset at the galaxy for trying to ask water, but the galaxy was just visiting. He has a lot of anger issues. So then we got the Waters' pet dragon. It's a aqua monster, or not aqua. I meant water attribute monster. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Level 7 dragon effect monster. If you control a Space Lord water monster on the field, you can special summon this card without a tribute. So, from your hand or deck, all Space Lord monsters is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn during either player's or during your main phase, quick effect, you can select one monster on the field except for Space Lord monsters and shuffle that cards back into the deck, and then you draw 3 cards from the top of your deck, and yeah. So peace out, y'all, and sorry for the interruptions. So peace out. Peace.